pretty exciting. Sometimes we have people from Italy join us. We have several in Florida. We have some people in Europe, so it's very, very cool to broadcast these things live. So, hey, Lori, good morning. I've got this mic set up, so please tell me if you can hear me. My mom is on there too right now, by the way. Christine, hello, Kelly, Allie, in Canada. Please tell me if you can hear me, guys. Make sure this mic is working. Hey, Christine. Yes, no? Can I get a thumbs up? Yes, okay. Thanks, Lori. Nicole, thumbs up? All right, good. All right, so that's on. Now, we've been doing a series online, and they're available for you to watch and practice with as well. A series on something called the 5 prana vayus. So we'll have about a 6 or 7 minute discussion about some yoga philosophy before we do our asana practice, and then after the asana, we'll do a guided meditation. That's kind of the flow of the practice, and it'll be an hour. In the future, if we decide that the class needs to be 75 minutes, we're going to petition the ownership team and potentially change the class to 75 minutes. Okay, thanks, Marina. I appreciate that. Oh, Celine's on right now, too. Hey, Celine. All right. Got a good yoga family in person and online, so this is very cool. So let's talk for a little bit about the way energy moves in the body, shall we? Because yoga is not just shapes. If it was just shapes, you'd be in acrobatics class or a Cirque du Soleil training. And some yogis look like they're in Cirque du Soleil, but that's not really what the core of yoga is about. The core of yoga is about self-transformation. Not to get too heavy at 7:30 in the morning, but that really is what yoga is. It's how do you transform yourself into a different person? Well, we do that by changing our energy. Specifically speaking, it's by the way we breathe. So the wise yogis of the past tell us that energy moves through the body in many different ways, and we can control that energy and manipulate it by the way we breathe, the way we move, the way we think even. When we shape our thoughts, we shape our energy. So there are several ways to start to do this. Focusing on the breath is the first and easiest way, because prana, life energy, call it whatever you want. Call it chi, call it the force from Star Wars. The Polynesians have a word called mana. It's all referring to life energy. So Qigong and Tai Chi, same thing, it's just Far East yoga. When you breathe, you begin to work with prana. And the yogis of the past tell us that there are 3 major channels of energy in the body, 2 of which start at either nostril, move up through the head, through the brain, and then down the spine. And they crisscross 7 times on the spine. And who knows what happens when 2 energetic channels crisscross in the spine? Any ideas? Exactly. Was that Jess out there in the lobby? Awesome. Buongiorno, Barbara. Hey, Jez. So the 2 energetic channels, Ida and Pingala, start at the nostrils, go through the brain. There's several chakras or energetic centers in the brain. And a chakra doesn't have to be super esoteric and metaphysical. A chakra is simply a vortex of energy, nerves. There are nerve plexi. What's plural of plexus? Plexuses? Plexi? There are nerve plexi all throughout the body, here in the heart, the lower sacrum area. And then the 3rd major energetic channel is directly in the middle of the spine. They call it the Sushumna Nadi. So the spinal column is recognized in mainstream science as a major energetic channel too. So again, it's nothing mystical or magical. This is like real physiologically proven energetic work. So we can manipulate this energy by breathing certain ways. You can close one nostril, breathe through the other to optimize your left or your feminine nature. Close the other one, breathe through the right to optimize masculine, powerful nature and outward moving activity. You can do both to balance. So there's a science behind this, balancing yin and yang. And it said when your energy is balanced, you can operate optimally in the world and be effective. So that's the 3 main energetic channels. That's 3 of 72,000. There are 72,000 total. It's not proven by Western science, but that's what the yogis tell us. And within those 72,000, there are 5 additional directions or intentions of energy that moves through the body. So in addition to those 3, we have 5 things called prana vayus. And the vayus are the winds or the breaths of prana. So prana has, in addition to the 3 channels, the 5 subsets. And today just happens to be day 5 of the 5 days that I've been going over these in our online meditations. So if you go to my Instagram, you can go back 5 days and start with the first one and progressively move through, and there are certain meditation techniques to work with each 5. I'll briefly give you the first 4, and then today our meditation will be based on the 5th, which is Vyana Vayu. So the first one of the 5 is called pranvayu, and pranvayu is generally centered between the heart and the head, and this function of energy is to facilitate intake. So when you open your eyes and when you open your ears, not all of our eyes and ears are always open. Sometimes we think they're open, but they're not really open. They might be physically open, but we're not aware. Well, that's because pranvayu might not be optimized. If your eyes are open and you think you're seeing things, but then later in the day you're like, what did I do today? How did I get here? What did that person tell me her name was? That means pranvayu is not optimized, and you need to work on your receptivity. So there are techniques to do that, techniques to be able to receive information through senses, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, touch. That's pranvayu. Then we have apanavayu. So the opposite of intake is expenditure, and that's a downward moving energy that's generally centered in the lower abdomen, between the navel and the pelvic area. And apanavayu governs our ability to release things. Physical things, that way, you know what I'm talking about, and mental things. Who has a problem with sometimes releasing emotions? I'm the only one who has problems releasing emotions? Okay. It's a human condition. We wouldn't have a body, we wouldn't have experiences if we didn't have challenges about releasing things to work through. Apanavayu helps physical elimination, physical matter eliminating from the body, and mental. Lori, you too? Thanks, I'm not alone. We have a few of us now. Oh, did you just type something in there? Oh, that's Josie. That's yours. Okay, I thought that was you. Josie's on there. Okay, I'm like, did Jess just type something from the lobby? Okay. I'm glad we have brother and sister here, so that's good. So apanavayu, and there are asanas to help aid in elimination, and there are mental meditation techniques and breathing techniques. So we have pran, we have apana, now we have samana. So the centering force, the assimilating force between intake and expenditure is samana, and it sounds kind of like the English word same. If you're the same, you're kind of even in balance. So samana vayu is centered in the middle of the abdomen. That's generally active here, and its purpose is to assimilate. So you can read all the books you want, hear all the things you want, meet all the people, but if you can't do anything with it, what good is it? So samana vayu allows you to integrate and assimilate and put into practice information that we take in, food and water and physical intake for our body. And it's centered here because this is where our digestion happens as well. So it's the fire of transmutation from intake into usable energy. That's samana vayu. Then yesterday we talked about something called udana. Thank you, Kaylee. I appreciate that. Yesterday we talked about udana. So udana is upward moving energy in the body, and that's generally situated in the throat and the head. So udana gets to be more super physical. It has to do with physical energy as well, our ability to stand tall physically in the world, have a proud chest, roll our shoulders back, walk into a room with confidence, be able to speak confidently, communicate, get our point across, make ourselves heard. And that's also throat chakra stuff, if you study the chakras at all. So upward motion, but it has more even to do with creating the energy for us to transcend the physical world, for us to release, to uproot our rootedness in the physical. Most of us who are born in the Western world, in physical bodies, which we all are, our consciousness kind of lives in the brain. It's like most scientists say that our brain makes consciousness. Our brain causes consciousness, generates. Yogis, that's not what yogis say. Yogis say consciousness is in your higher self, and consciousness is using the brain as an interface for the world. But we don't really know that. We have to kind of remember that. And udana is the upward moving energy that allows us to remember, hey, this is not all we are. We're something bigger and greater and more profound than just a meat sack. Sorry. Flesh sack. Is that better? That's even worse, right? All right, I'll think of a better word for that. Physical body. We'll go with that. So that's udana vayu. And now we come to vyana vayu. So this is the last of the 5, and vyana vayu is circulatory and cumulative and integrative at a grand level. So it's the most super physical of the 5, and it really is our aura. It really is the energy that we carry with us where we go. And if anybody can feel energy, I think most of us can at a certain extent, you're feeling vayu of somebody. It's the wind of prana, the cumulative circulatory energy that moves all throughout our body and outside of our body and creates the correlation of all the other four. And this is expansive and contractive. So if you think about if you've ever contemplated what a chakra is or what a chakra does, it receives energy and it transmits energy. It's a spinning wheel it's a focused point of energy in the body. Think of your entire being as one chakra, one big magnetic, energetic white hole, not a black hole, because that doesn't sound good. You're like a white hole of energy. That's Vayu, and there are ways to expand that and optimize that through different asanas. So any yoga pose where we're expanding, so think of all the warrior poses, which we'll do. So anything where you're lifting and making yourself larger. Okay, and there's a hand mudra that we do for all these different, I know, the physical body is like Mars rovers, Christine, exactly. There are hand mudras that we do as well to activate energetic points in the fingers, which correlate to different energies in the body as well. So without further ado, let's do a breathing technique and a meditation, and then we'll move into our physical practice. This is my preferred comfortable seat. So I sit on a block and I cross my legs, but you don't have to do that. You can sit however you want. But we want to find a seated position that is comfortable enough that you don't have to fidget. It's challenging to sit still. We're not used to sitting still, but let's try. Let's practice daily. Okay. This will be a combination of alternate nostril breathing and bhastrika, which is pumping the belly in and out rapidly. So if you haven't had that before, I'll just do a quick demonstration of what bhastrika looks like. So we use the belly. We keep the body still, but the belly goes in and out. Bhastrika means bellows, like the bellows breath when you stoke a fire. So it looks like this. So I'm using the belly and I'm constricting the throat. So there's a little bit of ujjayi breath. So there's energy, there's friction happening here, and the activity is being created from the belly, and it's even in and out, in and out, in and out. So that's the second part. I just wanted you to see that before we begin. So the first part is alternate nostril breathing. So let's take our right hand. If you haven't had alternate nostril breathing before, right hand, so the peace fingers curl in, the pinky and ring finger close the left nostril, and that's when we breathe through the right. When we breathe through the right nostril, your thumb will close the right nostril, and we breathe through the left. I'll guide us through the process. Just want you to have the mechanics of it here. Okay? So the pinky and ring will close the left, the thumb will close the right, and I'll guide us through. So for now, just rest the hands on the knees, and let's prepare. Sit tall, please. Let the shoulders relax. I just kind of threw up a lot of information on you, so just let it go. It doesn't matter right now. Let's just get still, and let's turn our attention inward instead of outward. Feel the crown of your head growing to the sky, and feel that your body is stable. Place a constriction on the throat. Gentle, just so you can feel the vibration of the inhale and exhale. And we're taking full deep breaths. And now please bend your right elbow. Bring the peace fingers into the palm and close the left nostril and take a full deep breath in through the right and out through the right. So we're closing the left, we're just breathing through the right nostril. Keep the right nostril open, in through the right. Deep inhale, deep exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Lower the hand back to your knee and take 3 neutralizing, equalizing breaths. Two more. Last one. Please bend the right elbow. Now use your thumb to close the right nostril. Inhale deeply through the left. And out. Okay, 2 more like that. Sense that the prana that you're breathing in is going into the brain and down the spine. It's not confined to the air passageways. After your 3rd breath, the hand goes back to the knee. Three neutralizing breaths. One more. And now we introduce Bhastrika breathing. My pace may not be your pace, but try to match me. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. Try to keep your face soft. And go gentle if you need to keep it smooth. The idea is smooth and even. If you need to go softer with it, go softer. The rhythmic smoothness is more important than the pressure. Now relax the breathing. Take 3 slow, deep inhales and exhales. Okay, please open your eyes now. For the last part of this, we add something with the arms. So interlace the fingers. Okay, press the palms forward, straighten the arms. Lift the arms up to the head, towards the sky rather, and grow higher. So vayu is expansive. Keep the chin neutral. Grow the crown up and press the palms on the ceiling. Lift the spine, chin neutral. And Bhastrika, close the eyes and begin. Keep getting taller. Grow the spine, grow the crown. Press the hands, lengthen through the elbows, lift the shoulders. Last 10 seconds, go a little stronger if you can. Release the hands down to the lap. Take a full inhale, breathe in all the way and hold the breath. Through the nose, exhale. Allow the breath to regulate back to normal. Let the face become soft. And now for the unique hand mudra that we use for vayu. You don't need to open your eyes unless you want to. I'll just tell you what to do. The pads of all 5 fingers just come together. The pads of the fingers come together. Gentle pressure, about 1 pound of pressure. It's firm yet gentle. And the backs of the hands go to the knees. Make the arms straight. Shoulders relaxed, spine is still tall. Now bring your awareness to the tip of your nose. And then bring your awareness to the point between the eyebrows. Connect these 2 points with your breath. As you gently inhale, your awareness moves from the tip of the nose to the point between the eyebrows. And when you gently exhale, your awareness moves from the eyebrow center to the tip of the nose. Very simple, very short, energetic kriya, a movement of energy on the breath. No need to shape the breath here, just natural, involuntary breathing. When you notice the body inhale, move the awareness from tip of nose to the point between the eyebrows. You notice the body exhale from eyebrows to nose. Okay, go ahead and release this movement of energy. Just be still. Keep your eyes closed. Keep the hand mudra active. And just sense that there's an expansion of energy starting from your heart, blossoming and radiating out. Sense it as gold light. Encompassing the entire physical body and radiating outwards. Creating perfect harmony in the body, perfect harmony outside of the body, optimum circulation, optimum digestion, optimum aspiration, optimum release. Every aspect, every function of the body is optimized. Let's take a deep inhale, please. Open the mouth, exhale. Hands to your heart center in prayer. Bow the chin. Develop a sense of gratitude for what you have inside of your body right now, whatever it is. Don't label it good, bad, positive, negative, whatever it is, gratitude. Because everything that's happening now is important. To our students here in the class, you can remain for a moment longer in meditation. For our students online, thank you for joining. This will be posted in just a while to Instagram. Oh, look, Lily joined us. Thanks for being here. Okay, everyone online tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Thank you for being here.